We Wonder. Welcome to another episode of We Wonder. It's the We Insure Weekly show where we talk about different things that are interesting in and around the insurance industry and many other industries and many other topics, including sales and real estate and how everything fits together. So today, I'm your host, Chris Pfluger. I'm your Chief Development Officer here at We Insure. And today's topic is growth. And that's an interesting topic because it could go in many different directions. So the first direction obviously is professionally. Are you growing professionally the way you want to grow? Is your organization, is your business growing the way you want it to? And then of course there's personally. Are you growing personally? And these days, I don't think you can separate the two. And frankly, I think it's very much intertwined. If you do one thing well, you're going to do a lot of things well. Right? If one area of your life is really super messy and you're not getting things done and you're not focusing on a day-to-day, it's going to bleed over into the other aspects of your life. So a lot of this comes down to, what do you want? So I talk to a lot of folks on a day-to-day basis, and they tell me that they're too busy. They're too busy every day. I'm just so busy, Chris. Well, of course you are, right? It comes down to two things. A, business is up, right? That's great. But the other part is, are you organized? Have you given the advice you've given to some of the people you work with, whether it's your producers or your real estate agents or, other aspects of your life on your team? Do you have people handling the things that they could be handling so you could focus on the high level, which is growing your business, right? So that's the key we're going to talk about today. So one of the things I like to throw out there is, what is growth, right? To me, growth is the key to happiness. It's the key to success. It's the key to your life, right? If you're not improving and growing, you're dying. That's just how it is. There's just too much. There's too much going on in your life not to focus on that growth aspect of it. And if you don't, what do you really get? Right? You really get you're slipping into the next level. Why does that happen? Well, in my opinion, it's because you get comfortable. You start to settle. I'm at this level and I'm doing okay. So why would I go to that next level? Well, I talk to folks, across, like I said, numerous different industries, and we talk about adding insurance. And it's a product that everybody needs. And I think universally, we all can agree it is a fantastic business model. And We Insure finally brings something to the table that allows you to leverage everything and really, truly grow with an insurance company that offers all the different carriers. We do all the support, and you still get the highest tier commissions. Tell me there's a better model. There's not. Right. So we've done all that. So we have the very best model in insurance and in franchising, hands down. So the goal here is, if you know that, why aren't you improving? So let's go through that. So why aren't you growing? You're making those excuses. You're too busy. You got things else going on in your life. Are you too busy really to focus on building out a business that not only helps numerous people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, truly helps them, because it's an area that people don't understand, but everyone has to have? Are you too busy for that, really? Or are you too busy because, you've focused so much into the details of what you're doing and haven't had a chance to step back and work on that business? Well, I'm going to tell you, you're probably not too busy to build out a business that builds an ongoing revenue stream that, if you put a little work in on the front end, you're going to see major dividends for the rest of your life. That I'm not too busy for, I can tell you right now. So that's one of the keys right there. Stop making excuses. Stop saying you're too busy, because you're really not, right? It doesn't take that much time to focus on something to build out your business. Now, if you're in the insurance industry, I'm going to let you in a little secret. This is better, right? If you're working with one of the captives out there and you say to yourself, hey, listen, I've got one or two options, and every time I talk to clients, I can get 2, maybe 3 out of 10 of them. That's difficult, right? That's a long day. Well, let me tell you the secret. We have something better for you. And We Insure, we have all the different carriers out there, and every market is different. So some markets are going to have 30 carriers and other markets are going to have 150 carriers. And so we have grown at We Insure from 2 states at the beginning of 2020. We had huge plans, just like everybody did, right? Massive plans at 2020. It's going to be the best year ever. And then we got hit with a global pandemic. So what did we do? Did we say, well, listen, we have the best excuse in human history. We can basically sit there and ride it out and miss every single opportunity there was and not hit any kind of our goals and not worry about it because we have the best excuse. No one's ever going to ask you another question. And the reality of it is, That's not a great way to approach your business. We went the opposite direction. Our team doubled down, started making more calls, talking to more folks, and helped more people last year than we ever have. In 2020, we doubled the highest number of units sold, and that's really, to me, just new agency owners out there ever. It was twice as much. We had more than doubled, right? So with that type of growth rate, what would you expect to happen this year? Well, this year on the premium side, we've grown to the point now where we're more than double. We're 2.5 times the premium we were writing last year. It's happening this year. We expect that same thing to happen next year. We'll let you in on another little secret. This year, we've talked to so many people. We brought on more than we did all of last year in the first 6 months of the year. That's pretty impressive. And I'm not telling you this to brag, right? Because at the end of the day, you need to be the very best you possibly can be and associate yourselves with the very, very best in order to be competitive in today's market. And I'm going to tell you the other part of this. I think, and I believe wholeheartedly, and it's been proven over and over again, We Insure is the very best model, right? So to be the best, you have to associate with the best. And so our owners are the very best that are out there at helping people and giving them the options that are truly available, best available to them, not best that I have as an insurance agent. I'm going to give you the best that's on the market, and that's what we look to do. So with that in mind, how does that happen? How do you get, how does this growth happen? Well, it's not because by accident, right? Everything is intentional. Our growth model is intentional, and so should yours, right? So if you're out there and you said, listen, I'm looking to grow, and I've been with, this particular insurance brand for, the last 10 years, the reason you haven't moved is because you're afraid. You're either really comfortable or you're afraid to make that move. And listen, with that kind of momentum that's going on at We Insure, there's nothing to be afraid of. We're ready to bring you and welcome you in and really help you take your business to the very next level. What if you're in mortgage, or you have a real estate office, or you have a financial planning firm, and you say to yourself, hey, listen, I'm looking to add this because all my clients need it. I have their request every day and I don't know where to go. Today is the day you know where to go. We Insure is here to help you. We actually specialize in that very same thing. It's helping you integrate insurance into your current operations and build another business, right? So build that business that everybody needs. Why would you wait? That's the question. You're either comfortable, right? Or you're making excuses. It has to be. So today I can tell you what we've done. I'll give you some of the stats I've already started with. We've had over 100 new agency owners in the last 12 months. That's 100. That's quite a few new agency owners, and it's spread out across now 25 states. And again, that growth is continuing. You have to ask yourself why. I can tell you all day long it's a very best model. Reach out to some of our existing owners, and you'll find that they're really not just agency owners or franchise owners. They really are We Insure brand ambassadors. And that's where you start to see something a little different. People who truly believe it, right? They truly understand it because a light bulb went off in their head. They went, wait a minute, this is a better model. Why have I been hitting my head against the wall for like the last 10 years and not going in that direction when now I have access to all the carriers? I have a service team that has grown by almost 35-40% in the last year because we're here to service you in all the states, right? Any state you're operating in, we can service you. So today, I'm just telling you that growth is the key to happiness and success. If you haven't taken your business to that next level, please take a moment, step back, look at what you can accomplish, what you really think you should be. What do you think the future looks like? Do you think the future looks like an insurance that I'm going to have one single carrier that tells me that I can do X, Y, and Z and changes the rules all the time and then says, well, I know you're only going to get 2 out of 10 people, but we're the best. That's not the future. Consumers, anyone who's out there wants the same thing. They want choice, and they want the very, very, very best product at the very best price, right? That's what we all want. And no one comes out and says, man, I really have to have an insurance overview every 3 months because it's the best thing in the world. This is not a sexy business, right? It is a very necessary business, and it's very, very important to folks, especially when they need it. When they need it dramatically. It's one of those things that is the most important. That sense of urgency when you actually have to utilize a policy is like nothing else. And you don't want to find out at that point that you were I had an okay agent who gave me an okay policy. you want the very best. And so you want to go to We Insure and let them work with you. One of our agents will work with you to make sure that you have the right policy for you and your family in the right situation. That's how you become the best. That's how you grow your business. That's how you take it to the next level. So today's was more about growth, helping clients, helping you take your business to that separate level that you thought to yourself, say, listen, I don't know if I'm ever going to get there. I don't see the path. No one's come to me and told me, hey, there's something better out there. Today was that day. Right? I'm here to tell you that We Insure has the opportunity for you to do that. No more excuses. No more, hey, let's talk about it next month. Let's talk about it next week. I'm going to do this. Today is the day for you, and you should take a look at it. And again, if it's not right for you, that's okay too. But at least, both professionally and personally, just consider that growth equals happiness, right? So you always want to be growing. A lot of people know my story. I came from a very, very internationally large, one of the top brands in the nation in another industry. And I got to the point where growth wasn't happening, right? It got to me where it was becoming a little bit second nature. And I wanted to challenge, I wanted to take it to the next level personally. And I did. I ran across We Insure and said, I just can't believe, I was stunned that this wasn't already in all 50 states and that people just didn't have an opportunity to partake and actually join the We Insure brand outside of one state. So my goal is to talk to as many of you as humanly possible, and let's talk about your plans. Let's talk about how We Insure may fit for you. And again, I encourage you very heavily to take a moment, take a look at your business, and there's really no reason to wait, right? There's the always tomorrow excuse is not great, right? It's one of those things where you have to just avoid that and say, listen, I can take an hour at any given time and block it off. And again, it's about being organized. So I'm going to encourage you today to talk to us. We have an entire team that's really willing to help you. We can go through any detail you want. I can answer any question you want, but ultimately we want you to be the very, very best. And whether it's you as the producer or you as the owner, you know that we fit that model and we are the very best in the United States in insurance, and you can be part of it. You can be an owner in it and really leverage all the things we offer to take you to that new level in your business. So I appreciate you joining me today. I want to talk a little bit about that growth. And again, all it is a commitment, right? It's personal responsibility. It's taking that time to take a look, and today's that day. So give us a call, take a look at us on the We Insure site, take a look at us on YouTube, but definitely take a look. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next week.